And we're back. And we're back. Hello, everyone. I've got another fun guest here. Emily Crookston's with me. She's another one of the authors, part of the Kindle Flash Sale. I also just want to say how proud I am, Emily, that I got the name Kindle Flash Sale and I got the .com and I figured out how to like use it correctly. I'm like, this is so exciting because it's like, this could be my retirement plan, selling KindleFlashSale.com. I don't know, but maybe it'll put my kids through college in 10 years. So yes,
Yeah.
go to KindleFlashSale.com to check out all the books. Emily, welcome to the show. This is your first time participating in the Kindle Flash Sale. We'll talk about your book in more detail in a second, but I'm just kind of curious what pulled you in to the idea of joining us.
Yeah, well, I'm always looking for ways to market my book in a scrappy way, I'll say. And so this really appeals to me because you get to join with other authors and, promote each other's books. And it just feels like a really author-supported way to get the word out and bump your book up. And, my book came out in October. So, it's been some months now. And so, the initial launch day excitement is obviously kind of starts dwindling off after several months. And so it's a good way to kind of put the book back on the radar. It gives me a reason to talk about the book. So yeah, all those
Yeah,
reasons.
gives you a reason to talk about the book, right? The marketing.
Yeah.
We were like,
Yeah.
so author, now market your book every day that ends in Y. But like in reality, we don't really do that. We need like a hook. So let's talk about your
That's
book.
right.
Here's your book,
Yeah.
Unwritten, the Thought Leader's Guide to Not Overthinking Your Business Book. Emily, tell us,
Yeah.
who's this book for and what's it about?
Yeah, it's for anybody writing a business book or aspiring to write a business book, and it gives you the guide to all three parts of writing a book. So writing, promoting, and publishing your book. So it tells you, kind of gives you the lay of the land. You can figure out, where are you overthinking each of these parts, and how can you avoid doing that, and just get the book out and get it done because it's only an asset for you once it's finished and out in the world. Otherwise, it's just collecting dust, digital dust on your computer. So get it out
Mm.
there. Don't overthink it.
I've been
That's the
hearing this
story.
term digital dust a lot lately, and I really like it. Don't let it collect
Yeah, me too.
digital dust.
That's
I
right.
I love this book because it feels like a great precursor to the work that I do
Yeah.
with authors around launching their book. Because likewise, like I can't really help you unless you have the book, and it has to be a quality book. And I really appreciate
Mhm,
you're one of our BizBook Pub Hub partners who's
mhm.
working with our entrepreneurs to help them guide them through this process. You know, because you could pull together like I don't know 30 blog posts and be like, I have a book. It won't be a very good book. And there are
Yeah.
people out there who I call printers, not publishers. There are printers who will
That's good.
print your book and be like, there you
Yep.
go, you have a book, and here's
Yep.
this Fiverr, cover art that someone
Yep.
made in Canva that doesn't
Totally.
understand how to make book cover. You know what I mean? No, you need to
Yep.
work with professionals to really understand all this. So this is my
Mhm.
chance to show something off that I've only now done once before on this.
Yay.
Did this yesterday with Sophie, and this is like ridiculous. These are my books. Like, look at all these books. Look at
Like
all
a
these
deck
books.
of cards. Yeah.
I find
It's
the whole
awesome.
thing remarkable because I started with this book, and this was
Yeah.
like the book. I was going to do like one book. Croissants versus
Right.
bagels, strategic, effective, inclusive networking at conferences, pretty self-explanatory. That was the book that I wanted to be known for. And I'm getting so much feedback. Someone actually heard me talking on an NPR interview that's still floating around the internet, and she quoted a piece of it, which is actually from this book. And then like she's on her way to a conference and it helped her. So that's cool, like long lasting, evergreen. And
Yeah.
then I had to turn my business around because in-person networking wasn't a thing for a little bit, if y'all remember. And this is the How Do You Build
Yeah.
an Audience Before You Try to Sell Something book. So this is a book that's based on like the kind of coaching that I do with my clients. How do you work with not just your email list, which is never as big as you want it to be, but your full network. And then I finally wrote the book about Zoom and everything I learned for the first 3 years of designing inclusive, engaging, and transformative events. And then just recently, as in like last Tuesday, a week ago, this book came out, officially launched.
Yay.
Launch Your Book, An Entrepreneur's Guide to Reviews That Drive Revenue. 225 plus reviews, 226 as I saw it last night at least. Holy cow. Because book about
Amazing.
reviews, Emily, has to have reviews. What are the other
That's right.
books that are catching your eye in this campaign? And while you say that, I'm going to just share the little scroll through.
Yeah,
So, yeah, what are the books that are
awesome.
catching your eye?
Yeah, there's Reclaim Your Workday, Marcy Rader's book. I love that book. It's full of so many nice little tips and based on your level. There it is, the orange one there. That's awesome. I also love Stacy Larson's book about reframing the leadership dance. Really nice analogy to how leadership and even partnership, it's been really helpful for me as I think about partnerships in my business, is more like a dance than a, telling people do this or that, so it's really nice way I think of rethinking leadership.
Hmm.
I also love Laura Ballerini's book, The Green
Oh,
Velvet
Green Velvet.
Chair. Like, yeah, inspiration in unlikely places. That's a really fun one if you're creative. So yeah, those are the ones I'm reading right now and enjoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Um, I love all those. One of the ones I want to highlight is by Barry Atkin. It's Hate Fundraising. It's about how to get over hating fundraising and how to feel comfortable asking
Yeah.
for money. And the reason I want to highlight it is my background's fundraising, and
Ah,
I feel like my comfort level with sales was bolstered by my years of doing fundraising. So that's one reason why I want to
ah,
say, entrepreneurs, you all should read that
yeah.
book and go volunteer your time for some cause you care about and go start fundraising,
Mm.
because there's a lot of causes that need money, more so maybe than ever. But it will also, it's altruistic, and it will make you a more comfortable entrepreneur when it comes to doing sales
Yeah.
conversations. Because if, like,
Yeah.
I got to the point where I was like, yes, I would like $5,000 from you, and here is some goodwill. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, when you can do
Yeah.
that, you can sell your services, your offer, your product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Barry
That's such
Atkin
a
wrote a
good
great book.
point. Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't really spelled that out to people in a long time, but I'm like, this is a
Yeah.
really good
That's
skill to have.
great. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
there's so many good books, and I'm glad you brought up
Mhm.
Stacy. The other one I want to
Mhm.
bring up is Sophie Lechner's Unlock Your Impact. It's for
Yeah.
uh, entrepreneurs who hate marketing, and
Yes.
I like her framing. I love when people help others reframe an idea, something they're good at. They're like, think about it this way. So, yeah, some really, really, really
Yeah.
quality books in there.
Mhm.
Now, one of the things that came up, because I do this 3 times a year. We do this in
Mhm.
sort of April timeframe, July, and like just after Thanksgiving. So we'll be kicking it off on Cyber Monday again in late fall. And I have some authors and lots of publishers who are like 99-cent books. Why would we sell our books for 99 cents? So,
Mhm.
Emily, you now have the position of not just being an author, but you also work with a lot of authors as a ghostwriter and guiding them through the process of creating books. So you talk to a lot of authors.
Yeah.
Why is
Yes.
this not like a horrible idea? Like, why is it? Because people are like, 99 cents, my work
I
is worth
know.
more than that. I'm like,
That's right.
but not
Yeah.
your book. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Yeah. My book retails for like $20 and you're asking me to sell it for 99 cents. Like what? That seems like a huge discount, right? And it is, but the reason for that is because you want to increase exposure. It helps your book get recognized on Amazon's sales list, right? As we see with a lot of these 99-cent books, they jump to the top of their best-selling category in Amazon. So that means more eyeballs are on your book, and people are more likely to stumble on it if they go to Amazon searching for a leadership book, for example. They're more likely to find yours if it's up there on the list. So I think that's one big reason. But also, as a business book, as someone who's written a business book, the main point of that is to get more exposure for your business. And so it's not about book sales. It's not about making your money back through sales directly. It's about helping more people find you and find your work and hire you to do your
Hopefully,
business.
right. For a
So,
lot more than
yeah,
$20, I hope.
that's right. That's
And if you're
right.
selling your
Yeah,
service for $20, you probably can't afford to hire me. Never mind. Never mind.
exactly. Yes, that's right. That's how I plan to make the money back I spent on publishing the book, by getting more
Yeah.
clients. So that's what I
No,
care about.
I think one of the things that we probably don't talk about enough is the camaraderie amongst the authors. And
Yeah.
we started this time around a LinkedIn pod so authors could communicate to each other during the campaign, like, hey, I just posted about it. If you want to comment, that kind of thing. And they're all in there talking about how they're talking about doing creative things. Some people are doing lives together, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And people are like, oh my God, I just read your book. So it's just it's
Yeah.
exposing
Yeah.
you to other smart people, and then those people become referral partners for you as well. So it's not
That's
just like
right.
out into the ether. You never know, but
That's
this
right.
group, small group of a few dozen people could be the ticket to
Yeah.
the next meal train. I am so
Totally.
grateful that you came, hung out with us. We've got some lovely
Yeah.
comments coming in. Caroline Choate says she shouted out our book in the newsletter. This is fantastic. I love seeing all these books together. So speaking of which, let me scroll
Amazing.
these through one more time so you can see them. And you can go to KindleFlashSale.com to check them out. They are 99 cents. Some of them are $1.99 through Thursday. So act fast. Emily, thanks for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Robbie. Love your new book. So
Thank
exciting.
you. Thanks so much.